For the small buses, not the big buses.
Whatever it takes.
I listen
Okay,
to you
we're
every
now
morning.
back we've come out of executive session. We're back in our normal meeting, and we're now going to turn to public comment. Would
Susie, I
anyone,
like that. It's a normal meeting. That's never happened before.
yeah, it probably wasn't the right descriptor. Anyway, we are now in public comment. Would anyone like to speak? Who's from the public? Mr. Walton.
Thank you, Sue, Ms. Laughlin. I sent a letter to Jen Flad last night, asking her to circulate it among you, the members. I thoroughly believe that creating a pilot program with the LDC over the adult care is totally illegal. I'll start with number one. They never had a meeting at which they asked you to do this. If you go on the website, there's no motions at all for this to happen. So therefore, you're never given authorization to do this by them. Number two, and in the letter, I point to my sources, and they're both the 20 and 21 annual report on performance of IDAs in New York State by DiNapoli. And there's two sections. There's a section in both of them which addresses LDCs. And basically an LDC is automatically tax exempt in the state of New York. It'd be a rare situation if they were not. So this should never have gotten to this point. Whatever happened in the process, I don't know, but that's the situation. Then there's the tax law, section 520, and that the town of Liberty is holding to, where any person, association, or corporation not otherwise entitled to exemption from taxation acquires real property, you have to go look at it and put it on a tax roll, except otherwise entitled to an exemption part, and LDC is entitled to an exemption part. That's number two. Number three, there is a case before the Department of Taxation of October 3rd, 2013 concerning mortgage tax. And what it came down was the LDC did not have to pay a mortgage tax because they're tax exempt. Right now, the way you have it set up, we, the taxpayer, is going to be paying money when we shouldn't have to be paying any money at all. We should not be doing this because somebody else hasn't done it right. Let the process go. What's happening now is both Mr. McGuire at the last full board meeting and then the attorney for the LDC, which was a little while later, they both said they're going to file the necessary paperwork to get this exemption. And I believe there's about a 3-year look back on this thing. So maybe we'll get our $610,000 we laid out back. But there's no reason why we should be going into this at all and putting the taxpayers on the hook for $350,000 a year when we shouldn't. So therefore, I really believe that you should rescind this motion, which takes a majority, and look at it again. You need to also have in your possession the contract for the agreement that's between Infinite Care and the county to manage the adult care center, which also addresses this. The $3 million that is supposed to be spent by them has nothing to do with any tax exemption at all. And that's a ruse as far as I'm concerned, putting that forward as part of the reason we give this to them, we'll do that. They are already obligated to do that. And that's between the county and them. And we should not be doing this at all. We, the taxpayer, should not be on the hook for one dime because there's no reason for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Okay, I see we have other members of the public. Is anyone else wanting to give public comment? No?
Make a motion to end our morning's meeting or
Okay, can I have a second?
reconvene morning's meeting.
I have a
I'll second it. Second.
Okay, Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
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 We are adjourned until, what's the new date, March 14?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
See you then.